Here we go. I also have coffee.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We are about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Bum, 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 bum. 7 years. Harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter. Anything around? Oh, there's my map. Oh!
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
Let's have a look at the telescope. What have we got this time? Oh my word, hello. I think she likes me. Grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey has been resolved. Evidence got in the RC of such a source more to include the murder of Peter Carey as Peter Cairns, one of Carey's former harpooners. In fact, the Doctor's criminal was single-handedly a brave Inspector Lestrade in hand-to-hand fight. Patrick Cairns is now sentenced to death.
This is where I keep my post.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We shall be late for the train.
Is that a telephone? Well, I guess I just...
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
1 week later. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, it's the last day of the PDC qualifying school, so I've got to keep an eye on that. I know a few people who are in it today. So I'll have a look, see what... we'll keep that later on. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
Evesham!
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
What the heck?
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
The next morning, very early. Oh, Holmes is on the case. We got deduction already? How is that possible? Wait, what? There are no clues at the moment. I didn't think there would be. We are in Evesham. Not too far from where I used to live, in fact.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Alright. First thing we're going to want to do is go up here and find out what the heck happened to the train. Imagination.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Find a map of the local district. Right, where is the station master? Ticket office? Oh, nothing in there. Some nice teacups in there, though. Very fancy, very of the time. Station master!
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Fool's grey hair. Honorary badge.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Oh, indeed.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
My good man! Alright, let's go into the waiting hall. Right, where's the map? Aha! Watson! Why are you jogging? Ah, here we go.
This map will be useful.
Just gonna pinch it. It's fine. Okay. Right, where's his office? Right, not that way. Watson! Out of the way. Oh, stuck myself now. I say, my good sir. Aha. Yeah, this is your office. Alright. Let's have a look. What have we got here?
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Robinson is located at Bridlington Station. Here we go.
Here is the train set.
Special wagon. Ordered by Mr. Robinson. Ah. How very interesting. Press X. X, I tell you. Okay. Let's go chat with this local guy. Chat with the ticket master again. Dear me. Special wagon.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington Station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
Bridlington Station.
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
My good man. Alright. Let's get to Bridlington. Find out what was carried. And also, this Mr. Robinson, who ordered the special cab, is at Bridlington Station. Let's go.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
No, that's left luggage. Angry passenger.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Who the hell are you? Apart from being angry. Let's have a quick look at you. Work clothes. Cheap ticket. Married. Well, he's not Mr. Robinson. He's not the person we're looking for.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, of course their type don't need a ticket.
Interesting.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
'60s.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
Oh, hello, sir. And who might you be?
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Oh, dearie me. I think I may have to teach you a little lesson, sir. Beady eyes. Oh, Australian hat. What else we got? Ooh, hello. Expensive clothes. Heavy gold ring. Fancy shoes.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
Good.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman, and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
Were you on the train?
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
I think he's angry.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
Chilean stayed on the train, which is a coincidence. The train conductor overlooked them. Directors of the Chilean Barcazes Company were intentionally left on the train. The controller moved all passengers on the train except for the Chileans. Same thing makes any sense at the moment. Let's go talk. Well, hello.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Insurance on automatic called the automatic generated policy partially covers the sort of type of 50% of its value. Maximum cover amount £15,000 insurance duration 1 year. Alright, station master. Let's have a chat with you.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
He's young.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
So why were they asked to get off?
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything.
Good.
First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
I think I will.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Okay. That is weird. Right, is there anything else?
Don't touch anything, please.
I'm going to. Oh, hello.
A telegraph.
Let's speak to Mr. Robinson again regarding his insurance policy.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologise for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
Important grip sack.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
Let's get to the luggage room.
Railway post bags.
Time for me to have a look in Mr. Robinson's luggage.
This grip sack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
Right, what are we doing? Oh! Oh, did it. Yeah, baby. Oh, hello.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully. An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
Lost the machine is disaster with Robinson. Even though he planned his fraud, he has lost far more than he could gain. The insurance will not cover the total cost of the prototype. The loss of the prototype will bring a lot of easy money to Mr. Robinson, thanks to the insurance and multiple fraudulent exclusive contracts. Indeed. I think we need to go and speak to Mr. Robinson again.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Right, fair enough. Let's have a look what we've got left. Right, let's go to Chesterfield. Dee, 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 dee. Hello, Chesterfield. He does not look a well man.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
Huh? What? The 18 hours 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Let's close the clean at least. You hiding an alcohol flask? Cheeky. Fishing line.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
Binge drinking.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
So he's drunk. Was drunk, testimony, could have sent the report. He could have done. Let's have a look at Chesterfield Station, see if we can find anything to suggest that it came through.
A telegraph.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
What else have we got?
A fishing advertisement.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
No doubt from our station manager friend. Oh,
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
Ooh. I was not...
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
It wasn't the train. The dismantled handcar seems directly connected to our mystery. We reflect the handcar to see if it can imitate the vanished train. Alright, here we go.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Okay, so I need to find the appropriate object. Hello.
I should use the appropriate object here.
I'm trying to apply the brakes.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here.
I want to apply the brakes.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Right, a few things missing then, I'm guessing. There's the hand mechanism. There we go. Alright, what else have we got?
I should use the appropriate object here.
Yep. I know. I just gotta find said appropriate object. Aha!
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
Aha! Look what I found.
I need something long for the headlight to be attached.
Oh. Stuck. Oh, there we are. Some stairs to go up to. Aha! Long pole. Alright. Okay, go.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight.
Which?
The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher.
Alright, let's go find a fire extinguisher. Is there one in? Yep, there's one. Dude, I'm like MacGyver.
The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher. The steam whistle is ready to be used.
We have a train.
Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
Train never reached Evesham. It disappeared earlier and was faked by somebody using a handcar and spare train parts from the Chesterfield station. Indeed. Alright. Let's go find our taxi driver.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
Okay. So... I reckon. Aha!
Here it is.
There
is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
Okay. Right, okay, where are we going to go? Well, we're at Chesterfield, so let's head up to the railway switch. Alright. Okay.
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Okay. Morning, Mother. How are you? Alright, so it's going to take us around here. This is about as far as I go. Okay. Rusty, but it still works. Yeah, we're good, thanks. Sarah, I think, has just taken Sparky out for a walk. And yeah, I'm playing video games. So I'm good. How's everything with you?
This road should go in the same direction as the railway. A fake train. Ha! What a clever and...
Right, I'm missing something then. I am playing Sherlock Holmes. That leads to the mines. What am I missing? Sherlock Holmes, crime and punishment.
Mines. This is interesting. It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
I guess we're heading off to the mines. Mine? Nope, no clues. Excuse me.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned.
Ah, appearances can be deceiving though, Watson. What you up to? It's a thing. I always yawn.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to follow you, Holmes.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
Why? Nothing up there in particular. Why would someone have dismantled the rails? Let's have a quick look up here. Collapsed mine. Pile of stones. Paper package. Hello? Alright, Mother, no worries.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Probably about three or four. Text me first. Say about 3:30. I'm not planning. I should have stopped. I should be on a streaming break then. Ooh. That was a rather,
Dynamite.
that was a rather dramatic explosion. Don't really know. Let's go with that. But then again, the rail mines are missing. So let's go with sabotage for a minute. Do-do-do-do. Around here. Alright, how do I get in here? There is the door! Ah. We have a metal box.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
Let's see what we got in here. Got it. Ooh.
The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
We informed the opposition from the Barricaz group have granted free access from now on this company to the mines. Also, say no trespassing rules upheld against any representative of the Carousel Consortium. Do not provide any explanations. Information is confidential. Find out. Use the telegraph to discover more about WEA Coal. Does not appear to be.
Holmes, I don't understand. Why do you care so much about this business with the mines?
Oh, hello.
A lightly loaded vehicle came this way. The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches. There is a wooden beam lying on the rails. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Oh, I don't know. I think I've got everything I need. It's not as wide. Someone's been down here recently. Right, let's make sure I've done everything at the mines. Alright. Let's go to the station. May have to go to the mines again. Knowing me, I probably will. Open deduction. It's got Mexicans versus the Chileans. Uh-oh. Oh!
A funny character. He looks anxious.
And he is not an Englishman.
Let's have a look at this stub.
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
Alright, here we go. We'll try and do these again. Got it.
A greenish brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans.
What else is in here?
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs.
Indeed.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
Let's go have a look. What we do? Let's have a quick chat with. Why can't I get up there? Thank you very much. Doncaster Station man, hello.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
Really? Well, let's have a look at you. Melancholy. Ah. Missing something. What am I missing? Aha!
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
Oh, I'm very sure.
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake. Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who flared our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
I think we will. But in the meantime, let's have a look at this flooded... Oh, can I go in here? No. Talk to the cigar smoker. Let's have a look at my map. Okay, that's the beach area over there. Alright, let's go talk to this man. If he hasn't run off. Luggage, waiting hall. Here we go.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
Alright guys, give me a second. I'm going to quickly nip to the loo and get a refill of the drink. Gotta stay hydrated. Yep. Alright, let's do a quick little thing. See what we got. Ooh, nice bow tie. Smart clothes. Strong. He's a strong man. Something else there? Or did I miss it? I figured there was something else there. Come on, what am I missing here? I thought there was martial arts. I thought you were Mexican.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
So what is your business?
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros, who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days.
Indeed. Hang on a minute. Breakfast time. Alright. What else have we got to do while we're here? What is up with this place? See what we got.
Newspaper articles on horse racing, hurdle, steeplechase, and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Indeed.
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
Indeed. What else have we got?
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
There are two companies, the Chilean Mercazes and the Mexican Carousel. Both wanted to purchase the WEA coal mines. The Mexican Carousel Consortium had established an initial deal and prepared all the papers. However, the Chilean Barcaz group, aided by their influential connections, managed to snatch the concluding deal for the mines.
A telegraph.
Interesting. Mexicans held no grudge against the Chileans. Business is business. Oh, I doubt that. Mexicans are angry. The Mexicans organized to stay on the train. That is where the controller moved all the passengers except for the Chileans. Indeed. Right, what else have we got that might look interesting to me?
Holmes, I don't understand. Why do you care so much about this business with the mines?
Not gonna find anything. Oh, I wonder if I can get into the warehouse. Anything in here?
Watson, would you like some tea?
No.
Alright, what we got in left luggage? Anything of note? Oh, hello. Let's examine the
This
station.
post bag belongs to the station master.
House mortgage on our days. You may continue living in the house without me, that is your wish. Oh. A letter to the lawyer.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
Oh.
Railway post bags.
Right. Let's go and have a little chat with our station master about his debt. From betting, I would assume.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
Goodbye, sir.
Paid him off. I got to examine side railway branch that leads to the quarry at the station between Chesterfield and Newton. See how far up here I can go. Aha!
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look. The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Oh. Oh, hello.
The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The railway ends here. That is strange.
Train cannot be sunk in the flooded quarry because the old railway that leads there is missing some rails. The train could have been sunk in the quarry. No, because we said it missed Chesterfield. So it did go through Chesterfield. Okay, let's look up a minute. So there's Chesterfield. He was drunk. I think it went past Donk. Did it get there? Did they hide it in the mine? Mine? What's next? Inspect the beach. Yeah, let's head to the beach. Nice close up.
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry and Doncaster Station. It doesn't look like a very good place to rest. These traces were made by a carriage. Look. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
What are we measuring?
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
What am I measuring?
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. An abandoned gypsy caravan.
Let's have a look. Oh, hello.
This place was abandoned fairly recently. Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
Oh, hello, metal plate. What are you?
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
Inspect the beach completed. Alright, so I've done the beach. So it's just the side railway branch at Evesham. Let's go do that. Okay, so I've still got some clues that don't quite match up yet. So I reckon it did go through Chesterfield. Even though I need to remember, where did we... Chesterfield railway station should be examined, dismantled. So it was at Chesterfield. Okay. So we're going down this way.
There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
Multiple traces, wheel traces, heavy vehicle traces.
Traces. Let's take a closer look.
Am I getting my...
The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
What the hell are they doing?
This road should lead to the town of Evesham.
It's headed to Evesham. Maybe it's nothing. It could be nothing. Could be something. My, this was disassembled very quick, wasn't it? I thought they might have just blown it up. done it yet. Nope. Let's have a quick look around outside. What's in here? Nothing of note.
All these trains and railway stations, Chileans, Mexicans, and Robinson with his prototype. Holmes, I'm utterly lost.
Don't worry about it, Watson. I will soon put it all together for you. Why would they have loaded this up? What am I missing? I'm missing something because it says I haven't finished it. I think I had this problem like when I first played this game. I couldn't figure this bit out. Quick look in here. Aha.
This part is probably from a locomotive.
More tea.
An old locomotive bell. This part is probably from a locomotive. This place serves as a storage area for the station.
Okay. So nothing particularly of note. I'm missing something because I haven't fully investigated this area. So what am I missing? Nothing there. Gotta be something. Right, what is it? What is it? Side railway branch at Everton. That's where we are. But I'm missing something. Maybe there's something leading up to it. That's the burnout building. Let's have a chat with the station master. Oh, hello. Yeah, we do. Huh.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few 100 feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man.
Someone saw the attempt to recover the missing section of the old rails of the flooded quarry. Still haven't got a link to the special transport. I need to go search my archives. Oh, one. There you go. Let me just go out this way. Last surplus. Nope. Wish on the rise. Marks and symbols. Art and architecture, economic science, technology, history. Medicine, botany. Nothing in particular. Chemistry, poisons, toxin, wounds, injuries, criminalistics, martial arts. Marks and symbols.
My search should be focused upon the name Las Zarpas.
It should be, but I can't find anything. There it is. Dope. Las Zarpas barges are leaders in heavy goods construction. The Las Zarpas ever belongs to the Mexican consortium Carousel, Exco Shipping, Electricity and Mining.
Here it is.
Mexico visitors barges at the lake probably transport something very heavy. Yeah. I reckon it went into the mines. So, if it went into the mines, then it never got to Chesterfield. So if it never got to Chesterfield, never went to Chesterfield, which means it never got as far as Doncaster. If the mine would collapse to hide the train. The train is sealed underneath the collapsed mines. The Mexicans sealed in the Chileans. I reckon. Excuse me.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
No, I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were trapped under the collapsed mines, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dig out the mines.
Huh. You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Follow Holmes!
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Sometime later.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Uh-oh. Oh! Good shot. Plus another there's an achievement.
Good shot, Watson.
Hey.
I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
Oh. Oh! The Mexicans did not seal the Chileans. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Got an achievement. Off the rails. Finish the train case. Alright, YouTube, that's the end of this one. I'll see you guys very soon.